Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're counting down the top 10 timeless Nintendo Switch games, the ones that define the console and honestly still hold up no matter when you play them. Whether you're a longtime Nintendo fan or just got a Switch, this list has something for everyone. Let's get into it. Animal Crossing New Horizons is one of those games that's really hard to explain until you've actually played it. You land on a deserted island with a tent, a few tools, and a raccoon named Tom Nook, who basically runs everything. From there, you gather resources, craft furniture, plant flowers, catch bugs, fish, dig up fossils, and slowly turn this empty island into a full-on community. There's no rush, no timer pushing you forward. The game literally runs on real time, so seasons change, holidays happen, and your animal neighbors develop actual routines. Building bonds with the 10 villagers who live on your island, decorating every corner of the land the way you want, or just sitting on the beach while KK Slider plays a live set. It all hits differently. It's the definition of a chill, no-pressure experience that somehow pulls you in for hundreds of hours. Fire Emblem Three Houses does something most strategy RPGs don't. It makes you care deeply about the people you're commanding before you ever send them into battle. You play as Byleth, a mercenary-turned-professor at a military academy set in the land of Fodlan. You pick one of 3 houses to teach: the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, or the Golden Deer, each led by a student with their own background and ideology. The first half of the game is all about academy life, training students, eating together, fishing, building relationships. Then war breaks out, a 5-year time skip happens, and everything changes. The tactical turn-based battles are deep. You position units on a grid, manage weapon types, and use battalion support to change the tide of fights. A mechanic called Divine Pulse lets you rewind turns so you never feel punished unfairly. 4 separate story routes mean each playthrough reveals new truths about the world.
Is that all?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate earns its name. With over 80 fighters pulled from Nintendo history and beyond, Mario, Link, Pikachu, Snake, Joker, Sora, it's the biggest crossover fighting game ever made. The core gameplay is unique. Instead of draining health bars, you deal percentage damage to your opponent. The higher their percentage, the further they fly when you hit them. Knock them off the stage, and you win. It sounds simple, but the depth is massive. Every character plays differently, with their own movesets, recovery options, and playstyles that reward real mastery. World of Light is the single-player adventure mode, where you travel across a massive map, taking on spirit battles and unlocking characters in a way that's genuinely addictive. Online play, 8-player chaos with friends on the couch, or grinding ranked matches solo, there's always a reason to come back. Tears of the Kingdom takes the world of Breath of the Wild and expands it in ways that feel almost ridiculous. Hyrule is back, but now there are floating sky islands above it and dark underground depths below 3 full layers to explore. The story picks up after Breath of the Wild, with Link and Zelda discovering a sealed evil beneath Hyrule Castle. The gameplay revolves around 4 new abilities. Ultra Hand lets you pick up and stick objects together. Fuse lets you combine weapons and materials. Ascend lets you phase through ceilings above you. And Recall rewinds the movement of objects. These abilities aren't just gimmicks. They're the foundation of how you solve every puzzle, fight every boss, and cross every gap. The freedom to build contraptions, gliders, and vehicles is genuinely wild. The density of content here, shrines, dungeons, side quests, caves, is staggering. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the gold standard of kart racers, clean, chaotic, and endlessly replayable. You pick from a huge roster of Nintendo characters, choose your kart setup, and race across beautifully designed tracks at ridiculous speeds. Items like shells, blue shells, mushrooms, and stars keep every race unpredictable, even if you're the fastest on the track. The drift system rewards timing hold a drift long enough, and you launch out of corners with a boost. The upgraded battle mode added proper arenas back, which was a huge improvement. The real magic, though, is what this game does in a room full of people. It's one of the easiest multiplayer games to pick up, but learning the tracks, mastering item timing, and getting genuinely fast takes real effort. The Booster Course Pass added 48 more tracks over time, making this the largest Mario Kart collection ever assembled in one package. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the kind of JRPG that asks for your full attention and rewards you massively for giving it. The world of Ionios is at war. Two nations, Kevs and Agnus, have been fighting endlessly, and soldiers are conditioned to believe that dying in battle is honorable. You follow 6 soldiers, Noah, Mio, and their 4 companions from opposite sides, who end up joining forces after uncovering a dark truth about the world they live in. Themes of life, death, and the value of living are woven through every chapter. The combat is real-time, with cooldown-based arts, and the interlink system lets 2 characters fuse into a powerful Ouroboros form in battle. You can also recruit hero characters who bring entirely new classes, and your party members can swap classes freely, which adds crazy depth to builds. It's a 100+ hour game that never wastes your time. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is the game that proved Kirby could carry a full 3D adventure and do it brilliantly. You're sucked through a vortex into a mysterious abandoned world, overgrown shopping malls, bone-dry deserts, crumbling amusement parks, where a group called the Beast Pack has kidnapped hundreds of Waddle Dees. Your job is to rescue them. And as you do, they rebuild Waddle Dee Town, which grows into a hub full of minigames, shops, and upgrades. Kirby's classic copy ability system returns. Inhale an enemy, steal their power, and you've got everything from a sword to a drill to a ranger gun. On top of that, Mouthful mode is new and genuinely hilarious. Kirby inhales cars, vending machines, traffic cones, and staircases, becoming something completely absurd that somehow fits perfectly into the level design. Boss fights are creative and challenging in the best way. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is one of those JRPGs that never lets you go once it hooks you. The story follows Shulk, a young scientist living on the Bionis, a massive organic titan that serves as the world itself. When his colony is attacked by mechanical beings called Mechon, Shulk discovers he can wield a legendary sword called the Monado, which grants him visions of the future. That vision mechanic isn't just story flavor, it's a core gameplay feature. In battle, you get flashes of incoming enemy attacks and can move to prevent them. The real-time combat uses auto attacks combined with arts tied to cooldown timers, and positioning matters. Some moves deal more damage from behind or the side. The Definitive Edition adds a new epilogue chapter and quality of life improvements that make it the best way to experience what is genuinely one of the greatest JRPG stories ever written on any platform. Breath of the Wild changed what open-world games could be. You wake up on a plateau with no memory, a mysterious voice in your head, and a view of Hyrule stretching out in every direction. From that moment, the game gives you almost total freedom. Climb any surface, glide across the map, do dungeons in any order, tackle the final boss immediately if you want. The physics engine is the backbone of everything. Fire spreads, metal conducts lightning, wooden weapons burn, and nearly every problem in the world has multiple solutions. The 4 main dungeons, Divine Beasts, are puzzle machines that you manipulate in real space, tilting and rotating them to solve chambers inside. Cooking, weapon management, and uncovering the lore of a fallen Hyrule, layer by layer, kept me going for well over 100 hours. Shrines are scattered across the map as bite-sized physics puzzles. Super Mario Odyssey is the best game on the Nintendo Switch. Mario lands in a massive, varied 3D world with a new companion, Cappy, a sentient hat who can be thrown to capture enemies, objects, and creatures and take control of them. That capture mechanic is the heart of the game. You become a Goomba, a dinosaur, a tank, a frog, a ball of electricity, and each one feels completely different to control. The worlds are enormous sandboxes, packed with moons to collect, secrets to find, and clever design that rewards curiosity at every turn. From a huge, colorful city, to a foggy forest, to a cooking kingdom, to a wedding venue in the clouds, every world has its own visual identity and set of mechanics. The controls are tight, the movement has serious depth for those who want to master it, and the whole game just radiates joy. There's a story about Bowser kidnapping Peach for a forced wedding, but honestly, the moment-to-moment gameplay is the real story. And that's the list. 10 Switch games that genuinely stand the test of time. From cozy island life, to massive JRPGs, to platformers that redefined their genres. If you haven't played all of these yet, now you've got a list. Drop a comment with your personal number one. I'd love to see what you guys think. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more gaming content. See you in the next one.